going to make a transition out of a LVP plank. Normally has some padding on it. I just peeled it all off, and then it left this thing kind of sticky, and I took just a pinch concrete, some powder, I just sprinkled it on there, wiped it down. So I've got my blade right on top of the groove, and now I mark a line right here on the edge, and then I measure from the end to here, put it on the same side, and then I'm going to use double face tape. Also, something to keep in mind is because you put the concrete powder right here, your double face tape won't stick. So if you just get it a little bit wet right there, that'll be clean enough. All right, I put a double layer on top here to compensate for this ridge. Now that our level is stuck on the board, we can route it out. Woo. Just like that. Wipe the water just so it can get into the pores of that LVP. And then we're using the 2P10 just on the edge, just like that. Here's what you're gonna end up with. Put this in place. I just marked it right there because that is where I want my bend to start, to drop down into a little step. And then here is the height from the flooring to here, and I measured down, and that is 1/2 inch. So I added that. I'm gonna cut this whole thing off all the way down, and then I'm going to have my bevel right here, but on the back side of this board. I'm using a test piece. I have my table saw at a 45-degree angle. You want to make sure that the blade is just below the surface of the material. Not bad, matches perfectly.